Hey, what's up, YouTube? We have here a Chevy C10 from Greenlight. Pretty early release. Of all of these that I'm going to show, this is, I think, the earliest one. I'm not sure how many they made of this particular casting. It's from a Barrett Jackson's auction block, and at that time, they weren't making a ton of these. Right now, it's loaded up with mostly M2 wheels and tires. You can see it's got a lift. That is a custom from Custom 164 Farmtrucks. Greenlight has not done this truck with the lift yet, but it's inevitable. It's going to happen. It would only be a natural progression, so I think we will see it. So there is that awesome truck. And I'm really not going to do this in any particular order, just because I don't know for sure what the chronological order would be. So I'm going to do it more in the order that I picked them up. One of the first C10s that I had in my collection was this hitch and tow. It is a Krispy Kreme. This particular release, as you can see, has some wheel issues with the flashing. Cool truck, cool livery. They just screwed up on the wheels, and it's just a quality control thing. Most of these that I've seen, the wheels have been totally fine. I think I got a bad one, and it's a pretty hard hitch and tow to find nowadays. Excuse me. So I haven't had a chance to pick up another one, but at some point, if I come across one at the right price, I probably would pick it up and then just switch these wheels out. Or maybe I'll just switch these out anyways, because I do have a set of stock wheels, stock Chevy wheels from the red G20 van that I wheel swapped. I don't do that very often with Greenlight stuff. Another one that I picked up early on in my collecting days is this. It's a 68 Chevy C10 from Countryroads, and I don't remember what series it is, but these are the wheels I was talking about. I have an extra set of these that I could put on the Krispy Kreme. This one is a super nice roller, really smooth. You can tell the rubber is a softer rubber than on the other two. Big, heavy casting. Got the toolbox in the bed. This is a factory color option. Very detailed grille. A little bit of an issue with the white walls, but so far I haven't seen a single brand go 100% on those. M2 definitely struggles the most. I'd say Greenlight struggles quite a bit with them. I've seen Auto World struggle with them as well. Funny thing is, Hot Wheels does the best white wall tires when it comes to making the perfect circle. So, anyways, really cool truck there. Most of the rest of these are fairly new. Let me do this. The next two are probably going to be the only two older ones. So this one is really hard to find, actually. It is from Hitch and Tow Series 1. They did re-release a truck that looks very similar to this from the Hollywood Hitch and Tow. But this is from Hitch and Tow Series 1. It's a two-tone, black and white, awesome looking truck with the white steelies. And it just came with a little flatbed trailer. But anything from Hitch and Tow Series 1, 2, and 3 are pretty tough to find, and even 4 and 5 are getting hard to find. Really crazy what's, the way that that series has taken on a life of its own. It's probably Greenlight's most collected set outside of the Hollywood. It just seems to have been a really desirable set. It has spawned a lot of other trailer themed releases from other brands. You have the Tow and Go from Maisto. You have Gone Fishing. You have Hitched Homes, or not Hitched Homes, that's a Greenlight, but something houses from Johnny Lightning. And even Auto World is bringing a trailer out. So I know Greenlight wasn't the first to do a trailer series. Johnny Lightning did one 20 years ago that was called Bassin. But Greenlight kind of repopularized it. And so anytime you come across those early hitch and tows, whether it's Series 1 or 2 or 3, if you can get them at a good price, scoop them up. Pretty much anything under $20, especially for the C10s, is going to be a really good price. The C10 came out in Series 1, and then I think it came out again in Series 2. It was either 2 or 3. But there's that. This is from Series 1 for sure. And then here's the one that was... I don't remember if this was Series 2 or 3, but it's another really nice Chevy C10. And it's just in a real basic white top, orange color, white steelies with the black hubcaps. These are all in loose mint condition. There's your grill on that one. So these are different grills. I'm not sure. It's the same tooling, so I'm wondering almost actually. I bet you that grill is part of the hood. I bet you that's what it is. The front grill is probably part of the hood tool, so that they can use this body and they can just change up the year based on the hood. Because the front grill on both of these are definitely very different. There's very different sculpted detail. So really cool. I like both of these. I like all of these. All of these damn trucks are awesome. Here's another older one. This one's actually probably older than those last two. This is from Countryroads Series 5, and it is a 1970 Chevy C10. Got a little bit of mud splatter. Kind of an ugly color. Not my favorite pick of wheels, but it's a cool enough truck. This is another one, though, that's really hard to find. I think they only made around 3,000 of these. And 1483, 1486. So those two are pretty closely numbered. All right. This one here, this was a re-release. The original release of this truck is a very early Hollywood, and then they re-released it in, I think it was like a Hollywood All-Stars. It's from the TV show Dallas, and it is a sick truck. I'm actually not sure if this is from the original release or the re-release. I don't know. I don't think it matters much as far as the value goes. I think they're going to be pretty close to the same. But that's a cool truck. So one cool thing too that I just now noticed, and I'll have to check some of my other Greenlight toolings, but on the base, down here at the corner, it tells you the tooling number. So that's pretty awesome. I'll have to check some of my other Greenlight cars, because you can take that number. If you go to ZA3 Collectibles, you can look up the tooling, and it'll show you a picture of every single time it's been released, and you can click on the picture and it'll tell you which 6-car set it came out in. It'll tell you how many were made. It'll tell you how many green machines were made. It'll have a picture of the green machine. It's a very, very awesome website. If you guys haven't used it yet and you collect Greenlight, you definitely should use that website. It is the best resource website for any of these premium brands. I really wish Auto World had something like that. It's come out a couple times here in the Black Bandit. I'll show this one first. This one has a front axle issue. It was log jammed. I think I got it manipulated enough to where it'll roll a little bit. And I don't recall which one of these came out first, but this one here has the shell on the back. And it's a cool design because the top is gloss black, and then the mid section around the truck is a flat black or a satin. And then the rocker panel goes back to the gloss, and then you've got these black steelies with the black camper on it. See that front axle issue? That's a rare occurrence with Greenlight though. So I'm not too upset that it happened, just because, well, in 700 cars, I'd say less than 10 of them have major issues like that. So another cool Greenlight C10. Here's the other Black Bandit. I like this one better for sure. It doesn't have the camper, and it's a satin finish with a gloss rocker panel. And I like the wheels a little bit better on this one with the chrome lip. Obviously, I like this truck better also because it's a much better rolling truck. A lot less black on this one though, a lot more silver with the trim and the wheels. But that's a cool pickup. So the one without a camper is a 68. The one with the camper is a 72. So all of the rest of these are pretty much new releases. This one probably came out, I think it was 2 years ago, in Countryroads. It's got an awesome little deco on it. I'm not sure if this was a factory deco or not, but it is very 1970s-esque, so to speak. A nice gray camper shell on it. Really nice steelies. The green machine of this it's a sick green body. But I like this truck. You know, this truck was actually not that popular when it came out. I saw this one hanging around on pegs. I think a lot of people passed on it because of the deco. But the deco is not going to stop me from buying one. Also, for all of you out there, all you collectors and all you customizers, this truck right here, even still today, is probably the cheapest, your cheapest bet if you want to do a custom of this truck. So this one here is the notorious Farmtruck. This was an exclusive release. You might see a lot of fakes out there of this. A lot of people have done customs because at one point this truck was pulling between $60 and $80. It's still a pretty pricey truck, but I think it's come down quite a bit. If you catch them on their website when they have stock, you can get it from the Farmtruck website for $25 plus shipping. But if you go to eBay, it's going to be at least 40, between 40 and 60. But it's an awesome truck. You can see you've got the Farmtruck in the grill. You've got the rusted bumper. You got the Oklahoma plate. There's a ton of detail on this truck. American flag. Totally rusted rocker panel. What other awesome details do we have? On the back, you've got another rusted bumper with, that is the actual license plate the truck has. The nickname for the truck is the Sleeper. I've seen this truck smoke Lamborghinis. I mean, I saw it race, I don't know if it was like a Gallardo, or I don't know what it was, but the truck just smoked it. I mean, it wasn't even a close race. So it's a stupid fast truck. But awesome detail here too. You've got bumper stickers there on the side of the camper. Got the little handprint there. Beware of dog. This is a cool feature too here. You've got the rag hanging out of the gas cap. That is cool. I love little stuff like that on diecast. So this truck is an awesome truck. It's a must-have for any Greenlight collector. This is like a staple to any Greenlight collection. If you collect Greenlight, you have to have this truck in your collection. There are certain exclusives that come out that I feel that way about. Not many of them, but there are certain ones that do come out that I feel like I have to have. Like the Ron John, the first Ron John that came out, that was another exclusive that I had to have. But this one here is probably the best exclusive that Greenlight's ever done. It's a super awesome truck. Here's another one with the camper shell. This is the most recent release. Oh no, it's not. It's probably the second or third most recent release of this truck. From the holiday ornaments, got the Gingerbread Man Truck. This is another one that kind of hung around a little bit because of the deco, but the deco is just not going to stop me from buying it. It's not that outrageous. It wouldn't take much to unwind some of the deco to make it a little more, like, give it a weathered look, or it's the perfect color to do it. You know, you could use like a magic eraser on this and get a good weather on it, and I think it would look good. Because that color, it's already pretty much the color of rust. And it's a flat color, there's no gloss to it. I actually really liked this release. I think it's a pretty dope truck. With all of the little gumdrops and candy canes. Gingerbread Man. Cool truck, man. I dig it. Here's another one from Running on Empty. This one with the Chevron Deco. This is another really nice looking truck. I think this is a new wheel tool. Or I think this is the first time it is the first time that I've seen this wheel tooling from Greenlight. So, unless I missed something somewhere, which is definitely possible, I do believe this to be a new wheel tooling. This came out, it's like a year, maybe a year and a half ago. But really nice looking shop truck. I think it looks fantastic. The red top, and it's red, white, and blue. Blue rocker. The decos are great. The colorway is great. It's subtle. It's not overdone. Just an awesome looking truck. And let's see here. This one is from the Hollywood Hitch and Tow for The Godfather. This is the one I was saying looks very similar to the Hitch and Tow Series 1. They are essentially the same, except for the interior in this one is cream, the interior in this one is black. Obviously, this is white, and that's black along the side. Other than that, though, they're pretty similar. Wheels have a little bit different deco on them. The grills are essentially the same. The Godfather truck has a license plate on it, which is always a nice detail to add to a 1:64 scale. But this is a good truck. If you have an impossible time finding this one, this is a good alternative. Tailgate's much better on the original. But I got lucky and found this for $10 at a massive toy show. It's an annual toy show in Tucson, and it's the only time I've ever seen it. So, and I go hunting all the time. I'm in antique malls and diecast shops and online. I've never seen anybody offer that up, except for the guy that I bought this from. So, but if you like the look of that one, this one gets you pretty close. And this one you can find super easy. You might be able to find the Series 1 on eBay. I haven't checked, honestly. So, another running on empty with the Texaco garb on it here. A nice cream color. This one also features the toolbox. It's not really a flat color, but it's definitely not gloss. It's almost like a semi-gloss cream color with the Texaco livery. That's a cool looking truck there. I like that one. There's your tailgate. Road service. Alright, so this was another Hitch and Tow release. Now this Hitch and Tow, I forget which series it was. I think it was 8 or 9. They did like 15,000 of each one. So this thing is out there in mass quantities. But it's a sick truck. I mean, the deco on this one is great. You got the white rocker panel, the red truck separated by some chrome molding that goes around the wheel wells with the white top. Just a very nice, very stock look. This one came with a concession trailer. And honestly, to me, this is one of the nicest looking trucks of all of these. Just a very nice, stock looking Chevy C10. Alright, this is the newest one. This is the most recent release and the newest one in my collection. It's from the brand new anniversary series. This is a 1968 Chevy C10, number 569. Not sure yet how many of these were made, but it's just a real simple, real basic red color with silver trim, which I'm assuming is supposed to be a chrome trim. This one does feature a generic license plate here. 100 years of Chevy trucks. That's what the license plate says. Really nicely detailed back end with the tailgate and the brake lights and the bumper. You can see the chrome trim around the rear glass, which all of these trucks have. So that feature is not exclusive to this truck by any means, but a really cool truck. This one here is one of my favorites. It might be my favorite, actually. Probably between this one and the Farmtruck. This one here was running on empty Series 1, and this truck got so overlooked. You can find these for so cheap right now, but this truck is just so sick. The subtle detail, you really have to take it out of the package and look at it closely to see all the detail that this thing has. It's a lot like the Field of Dreams Volkswagen, where if you get that thing out of the package and look at it closely, you see all kinds of Easter eggs that are just, the hidden details just phenomenal. And this truck is one of those castings. If you really look at it closely, there is a ton of awesome detail. Rusted wheels, weather like dry rot tires. It's got a really faded, like it's been sitting out in the sun for decades, type of a paint job to it. Rocker panels rusting out. This one has some of the softest rubber tires too. These things grip the road like by far better than any of these other trucks. And of course it has the utility rack with the ladder, which is not exclusive to this truck. They tooled this in such a way that they can use it with any one of their pickup trucks. So that's pretty cool. And this is a 3-piece accessory. It's not just one molding. The ladder is separate from the two supports. So it was actually pretty ingenious the way they designed this, because it fits in all their pickup trucks, all the modern trucks and all the classic trucks. And this was the first time that they put this ladder rack out. We've seen it a few times since then, but I really, really like this truck. It is an awesome truck. That is a different front end. I don't think any of the others have that front end. So while some of these are Chevy Cheyennes, every single base says C10. So just food for thought, if that type of thing matters to you. See, here's what that front end is supposed to look like. It just looks like it didn't get done right or something. Or maybe it's just me. I don't know. Anyways, this one here, one of my top 3, maybe top 2. Very, very awesome truck. Okay, this one here, this one came out I think in 2013 or 2014. It was only available at hobby shops and hobby distributors. It was not a retail release. It wasn't a casting that you could go to Hobby Lobby or Toys R Us for. I got it at a hobby shop in Denver called Copar Hobbies. These retail at $9.99. Really cool camper. This is as far as I know, it's an unlicensed camper, but it is extremely detailed, not just with paint and tampos, but the sculpted detail on it is insane. All of the siding is sculpted. The diamond patterns are sculpted. All of the trim is raised and sculpted. It's not just tampoed on there like you see a lot in these 1/64 scale cars. It has a license plate. So for not being a licensed camper, you got your curtains here. This is a very well done, awesome camper. Got your markers at the top. But now what Greenlight has done, you know, being as aggressive as they've been with the hitched homes and all the trailer licenses that they've acquired, they have since this came out, they have licensed a lot, or not a lot, but a few different camper toolings. They've got Winnebago that's licensed. They have this one here, which is the Silver Streak. They have this one licensed. I want to get the C10 with the Winnebago on it. Right now, I think the only one that has the Winnebago is the Dodge. The Dodge D100 is an inferior tooling to the C10. It's not nearly as nice of a tooling. Ultimately, though, what I would really like to see is a lifted C10 with a camper. That would be dope. These campers are nice, though. I'm pretty sure they're die-cast metal. I've seen a lot of people complain and comment that they're plastic, but I don't think they're plastic. I don't think they're plastic. I think they are metal. Sometimes they feel plastic, just like the international box trucks. Those feel plastic, but they're not. They're die-cast. So, anyways, with all of that being said, I'm going to arrange this collection of Greenlight die-cast. You know what's crazy about this casting in particular is, you know, there's not really a single Greenlight casting that I go for or that I collect specifically. I do tend to buy as many Fox bodies as I can, and I do tend to buy a lot of the Ford Broncos, and there was a period of time where I was buying a lot of the Crown Vics, but then before you know it, you've acquired 20 or 30 different variations, and then you start getting real particular about which ones you buy. And this particular casting has just turned out to be a casting that I've picked up quite a few of over the course of a couple of years. But Greenlight is a unique brand for me because in the 4 years I've been collecting, I'm always willing to trade and sell stuff, but I never get rid of Greenlight. The only Greenlight stuff that I've ever parted with has been Chase stuff. So it just accumulates, and then before you know it, you have a collection of one particular casting like this. So, but, you know, this is a good casting to have a nice collection of. I mean, it beats having a nice collection of Dodge Chargers. And here, since we're on the subject, let's take a look at the newest addition to the family. So that truck right there is the Chase version of this truck. So the blue one is the regular release, and then this one here is the green machine. It's really a beautiful green machine. I'm on the fence as to whether I'm going to keep it. If I do keep it, I will open it. I am open to trades, though. I'm interested right now in picking up Auto World cars that I don't have, and Ultra Reds, and older Greenlight stuff. I would be willing to trade for older Greenlight stuff as well. This one's a little bit off the subject, but I did also add this to the collection tonight too. But I'm not sure if I'm going to open this one or not. I absolutely love this Ram Charger. It was such a sick casting. So this is the first time that we've seen this with a lift. So that is partly why I think we're going to see this one with a lift. And be on the lookout too, because the Chevy C10 ramp truck is going to be out in the next month or two. And I think the ramp on it is bigger because they're releasing it with the 67 Impala, which that casting is a massive casting from Greenlight. It's one of their bigger castings. So, and while we're on the subject, one last thing. While we're on the subject of Chevy trucks, I found this at Walmart. This is the second one that I found. I traded the first one for a really nice Dodge Monaco Green Machine. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this one. If I'm going to keep it, trade it, sell it, open it, I don't know. But anyways, there you go. All you Chevy truck enthusiasts, hopefully you all enjoyed this video. While this may seem like a lot, this is nothing. There's probably 40 or 50 that I don't have. So with that being said, I probably don't even have a third of all of the C10s that they've put out. So anyways, there you go. Have a good weekend. And I will holler at you all at the next video.